Hello everybody, my name is Blue354 and welcome to my Minecraft video. Today we're going to be looking at some of the blocks and items and animals that are in Minecraft. This is just to give us people an idea if you're not used to Minecraft, or you're a parent and you want to see what it's all about. So I hope that you will find this informative, and let's jump straight in. The most common type of block that you're likely to come across, one of them is dirt. This is dirt. Doesn't look like much, does it? But it's a fundamental building block and probably the first thing you're going to make anything out of. Other types of dirt that you can find, or soil or that sort of thing, well, obviously there's grass, this is, like on the ground here. You can find coarse dirt. You can make coarse dirt by making dirt and gravel together, and coarse dirt has the advantage over ordinary dirt. An ordinary dirt next to grass the grass will grow over it. Coarse dirt will always stay the same; it will never change. If you go into a spruce biome or a snow biome, you may find podzol. Podzol, if you break that, it will become ordinary dirt. But if you have a silk touch pick or shovel, or anything like ready to break it with, anything silk touch, you could get that as it stands with the podzol on. So that's pretty cool. And this is mycelium. Mycelium you really only find in the mushroom biome, and this is what mushrooms will grow in. So if you want to grow your own tall, large mushroom houses, that's what you want. Now, moving round the corner, we've got gravel. This is what gravel looks like. You will find that all over the place. You find it by rivers, you'll find it under the sea. You'll also find it in caves and in stone areas where there's a lot of stone all mixed in. Gravel's very useful, and you can get flint from it. When you break it, flint is used for arrows, and you can also use it to mix with the dirt over there to make the coarse dirt. So, on the stone products, that's smooth stone. When you have a stone area, you will find smooth stone. When you break it, you get the block, but it comes out as cobble, which is there. Now, if you've got smooth stone and you want to make slabs, this is what slabs look like, and cobble makes these kind of cobble slabs. When you've mined cobble, if you want to make more smooth stone, then you can do that by cooking it. It's quite simple. Cobble's very versatile. You can make sort of this cobble fence, you can make stairs, you can make slabs. This is one of the less common natural stones that you'll find. This is the mossy stone cobble, or mossy cobble, and you'll usually only find this in mega taiga biomes, spawning naturally, or you'll find it in a spawner room. Spawner rooms are found in caves usually, and that's where you'll find zombie spawners or skeleton spawners or that sort of thing. From smooth stone you can make stone bricks, and again you can make the blocks, you can make slabs, and you can make stairs. You can also make different types of variants of that, like mossy stone bricks. You can get cracked stone bricks, and these chisel stone bricks. So those are the basic building blocks. You've got your dirt, you've got your stones, but there's a lot more in Minecraft. So let's have a look. We've got since 1.8 came out, we've got some new products. You've got granite, which you can make together to make polished granite, and you can do the same thing with diorite, and you can do the same thing with andesite. These are all pretty cool, but you can only get them as blocks at the moment. Then you've got clay. You find clay in river and seabeds, and you can cook this clay to make bricks. And from those bricks you can make brick blocks. Now, we've got different kinds of sea ones. These you will find in a Guardian Temple. So you've got prismarine, prismarine brick, dark prismarine, and sea lanterns. Sea lanterns is one of my favourite things in creative for making lights. Then you've got snow. Now, these are snow blocks over here, and that's what you'll see on the ground. But you can also see snowfall. You can get these one-high snowfalls. What you can do with snow is you can not just make snow blocks, but you can make snow pieces and all different levels up to that block, as you can see here, so you can stage it. It's pretty cool. Then you've got ice. Ice you'll find occurring naturally. Packed ice you'll only find in the really snow biomes like the ice spike biomes. But in both cases you can only get the ice by using a silk touch. Packed ice I think you might be able to get without silk touch, but I'm not entirely sure. Now, if you were to turn into a desert, you're going to find a lot of this sand and sandstone. And sandstone can be made to do the same as with other stones. You've got slabs, you've got stairs, and you can make sandstone from sand as well. And then from the sandstone, you can make smooth sandstone and chisel sandstone. And they're pretty cool, but what's really cool is the fact that you now, also since 1.8, you've got all of the red sand and the red sandstone products, so they're pretty cool. So you've got quite a variety of there. Some of the rarer blocks, you've got bedrock. You only find this at the bottom of the map. It's almost impossible to break, and you really don't want to break it anyway, because underneath it is void, and void is nothing apart from you dying. But yeah, that's one of the toughest things. Then you've got in the end, which is the final area that you meet, and that's where you meet the Ender Dragon. This is end stone. That's what you'll get there. Obsidian. Normally in the game, apart from the bedrock, you don't often get that, but in terms of mineable stones, obsidian is just about as tough as it gets. And you need obsidian to make a nether portal, and you can occasionally find obsidian naturally in caves, but really it's generated by mixing lava and water. So if you pour water over a lava pit, you'll get obsidian. It's really tough to mine. Also down caves you quite often find slimes, and this is a slime block which you make from little slime balls. So if you kill a slime, that's what you get, little slime balls. You can make blocks with that. And the great thing about slime blocks is that they're bouncy. Pretty cool. Make some great trampolines with that. Now, what you'll find in a mesa biome is hardened clay. What you'll also find is some naturally spawning coloured clays. But what you can do with hardened clay is you can use dyes to make all sorts of different colours. So there's lots of different types of clays that you can use. But you can also use dyes with glass. I mean, this is glass, ordinary glass, and this is glass panes. But you can use that on all of the glass as well, so you can make all of these different coloured glass. That's pretty cool. Same thing with wool. White wool is the natural one, but you can also get sheep that have different coloured wools as well. But these are all the different dyes and colours that you can get in wool. And you can do the same thing with carpet. Okay, so let's have a look at something. Let's have a look at this bit. Right, water. You can get water that's in a solid sort of a fixed state here. So this is naturally, it's not moving. You can also get little little streams here that come down, and they come down the hill and they'll push you down. And then you can also get water that comes in a slide like that. And one of the cool things about water is that you can swim up it. So, oh, let's get to the top. Hey, there we go. So, ooh, look at you. So, there's water. Now, the same principles apply also to lava. This is lava. Oh, bunny, be careful, don't go in there. This is nether brick. This is what you'll find most commonly in the nether, as well as lava. Lava works the same way as water. You can get a pool, you can get a stream, or it can come down and it will just roll down a series of blocks. So, netherrack. The other thing about netherrack is you can set it on fire, like that, which is pretty cool. And one thing you will find in the nether as well, occasionally, if you're lucky, is you'll find nether brick. Well, you usually find nether brick where there is a fortress, but they're full of nasty stuff. So, nether brick blocks, nether brick stairs, nether brick slabs, and you can also get nether brick fence as well, which is pretty cool. The other thing you'll find in the nether is soul sand. The thing about soul sand is when you walk on it, it makes you a lot slower. You'll also find glowstone, which is pretty cool. That's a really good form of, most commonly form of block light that you'll find. And also nether quartz. This is nether quartz. You can mine that, and what you get is little shards, and you can use those shards to make quartz. So again, quartz blocks, you can make slabs, you can make stairs, you can also modify it to use chisel quartz and pillar quartz. All sorts of different, so you've got a lot of different kinds of blocks available. So they're pretty cool. Right, so let's move on to wood. Yes. This is oak. This is the natural wood of oak, and these are the planks and the stairs and slabs that you can make from it. This is now you can make fences, you can make gates, and you can make doors from each of these. And these are the oak versions. So the other woods that you can get, this is spruce, and these are the spruce fences and doors. Birch, this is what birch looks like, and again birch fences, doors and gates. Jungle wood, acacia wood, and dark oak. Those are the 6 types of wood. But what do those trees look like? Okay, well, again we've got these are oak. Put these glass blocks over here to stop them from growing, but this is an oak tree, an oak sapling. When you chop down a tree, as well as getting the wood, you will actually, from the decaying leaves, you will actually get the saplings, so you can regrow them. Then you've got spruce, you've got birch, you've got jungle. There's 2 types of jungle trees. One is the smaller tree, like that single strand, and then you've got the other kind of jungle tree that you'll find, which is 2 blocks by 2 blocks, and they tend to be much taller. Whoa, it's a long way up. The other things you can do with these you often find vines on these, and you can use vines like ladders, so you can go up them and down them. It's pretty cool sometimes if you're trying to get away from mobs. Then you've got the acacia tree, and you've got the dark oak. The dark oak's a little bit like the large jungle one. They can be all sorts of sizes actually. They're typically 2 by 2, but you can get them 3 by 2, or even 3 by 3. I have seen them. Okay, so what else is there? It's vegetation. Now in a desert you're going to find some of these are the dead shrubs, and then you're going to find cactus as well. You can also find cactus on the beach sides, as that sort of thing. Then you've got different kinds of grass, you've got ferns, you've got all sorts of different flowers. So we've got dandelions, poppies, blue orchids, alliums, they're pretty cool, azure bleuet, all sorts of different coloured tulips, oxeye daisies, one of my favourites. And then the grass can also be tall grass, and ferns can be tall ferns. And then the tall bushes that you've got lilac, you've got roses, you've got peonies, and you've got sunflowers. Interesting thing about sunflowers, they always face the east. Oh, very useful, that. So, that's looking at all of the different types of wood and the vegetation. So, next we'll move on to something else. So what can you make with all of these blocks? Well, you can make all sorts of things like bookcases, you can make chests. There's different types of chests. You have single chest, you make a double chest. You can't place two double chests next to each other. You can only do that if you make one of them a trap chest. Then there are crafting benches, you make everything with those. And then furnaces, and then there's all sorts of things that you can make. So we've got armor stand, they're fairly new. You can make those, you can put your armor on them. You make an enchanting table, they're pretty cool for making all sorts of enchantments. There's ladders, you've got signs that you can make, and you can type your message on the lines. They're pretty cool. There's also item frames, you can do paintings, you can do banners. I love banners. They're pretty cool. Also, you can make them with all sorts of different coloured wools as well. Then you've got an ender chest. You can make an anvil out of iron, and you can do all sorts of things on that. If you want to modify your armour, or you want to give it something a name, using a name tag, that sort of thing. So a lot of things you could do with that. And of course you can make a bed. Okay, very important beds. Right, so let's have a look at the kind of ores that you can get in the game. These are the things that you need to mine and find to make things from. So this is iron. This is iron ore. So this is its natural state. When you break it, you will get the little blocks. You have to cook them, and then you get these iron ingots. From those iron ingots you can make iron blocks, you can make iron fencing like this. You can also make all sorts of tools and weapons. So iron is the most commonly used thing because it's more common than some of the others to make that. But you'll probably start making tools with wood and then stone, but then iron is the one you really want to try and get hold of. The other thing you really need to get hold of is coal. This is natural spawning coal, and you get these little coal pieces. So you can cook with those, you can make torches with those, and this is a coal block that you can make from them as well. Then you've got the sort of precious ores. This is gold. Again, gold you have to cook to make the ingots, and you can make gold blocks. Lapis lazuli. Up till recently it doesn't have a lot of use other than being decorative, but you use lapis now for enchantments, so you pay for your enchantments with some levels and some pieces of lapis. So they have got a use, and it's a very important one now. One of the most difficult things to find in Minecraft is diamond. This is diamond ore. When you mine it, you will get a diamond. If you're lucky enough to have a fortune pick, the fortune enchantment, you may get more than one diamond from a block. And this is a diamond block that's been created from diamonds. Then you've got redstone. You mine redstone, you'll get redstone dust. You can make redstone blocks. Redstone is very important if you want to do all sorts of creative things, because redstone can make circuits and machines work. It's like the wiring for the electric. So that's pretty cool stuff. And then finally, with the ores, you've got emerald. Emerald isn't that common either, and when you mine it, you'll get an emerald. Emerald doesn't really have any uses in the game as such. You can make emerald blocks from it, but one thing that you can use emeralds for is trading with villagers. So that's pretty cool. So let's take a look at what you can use these things for. So you can use these things to make armor, tools, weapons, all that sort of thing, and these are the things that you'll need when you're going to do that. So we've got leather, leather from cows, you've got wood, cobble, diamond, iron and gold. You can make things with those. So picks, you need a pick to mine any kind of stone or solid block like this. You make it like this by putting 2 sticks, which you make from wood blocks, and then your item of choice across the top. In this case it's iron, but you can make it with wood, stone, gold, iron and diamond. These are kind of roughly the durability of them. So a wooden pick will break quicker than stone, which will break quicker than gold. These are the two that you really want to be looking for. You want iron or diamond. Diamond will last a long time. And the same thing would apply to any of the other tools and weapons. These are axes, and this is how you make them. These are like the grids of the crafting table, in case you didn't know. Then you can make a shovel. A shovel is useful for any kind of sort of dirt block or grass or gravel or sand, that sort of thing. It makes it a lot quicker to mine with those. You can get a hoe, and a hoe is what you use to do farming, really, when you're looking at tilling the ground for planting seeds to make wheat or potatoes, carrots, that sort of thing. Okay, so what about weapons? Probably the first thing you're going to be looking at, apart from a pick, is a sword. And this is how you make a sword, and this is what they look like. Swords are very useful because it's one of the few forms of defense that you actually do have. So what else can you do? You can make a bow. This is how you make a bow. This is what it looks like. And you can make arrows using your feathers and flint that you get from gravel. So that's very useful. Another thing I always have carried around with me is a bucket, which you can make with 3 iron. Because buckets are very, very useful for carrying. You can get milk in them if you wanted to make cakes, but you can also use milk actually for warding off poison effects. But the most common use is either to fill it with water or fill it with lava. So that's a really useful thing. I always carry one bucket around with me. So let's have a look at a few other tools that you can get. Flint and steel. That's just 1 flint, 1 steel, and you can set things alight with that. So very useful if you want to set things alight in, let's say, netherrack, or you can actually, set the ground alight. There's all sorts of uses for that. Shears. You don't want to just kill all of your sheep to get the wool. If you make a pair of shears with 2 pieces of iron, you can shear them, and then you might get 2 pieces of wool from them. So it's a lot safer, and the wool will grow back and you can do it again. So it makes more sense. And fishing rods. Fishing rods are really good because you can go fishing, you can catch fish, but you can also catch other things. You can catch enchanted books sometimes, you can catch pieces of leather, all sorts of things. So fishing is quite cool. Okay, so armour. There's 4 pieces of armour that you can have, and they'll You can also enchant armor so that it gives you additional protection. But this is I'm using iron for this. What we can do is you can use leather, you can use gold, you can use diamond as well. So a helmet. This is how you make a helmet. And then you can have a chest plate. You can have leggings, and you can have booties, and all of them are very useful. And this is what they look like. So you can have leather, gold, chain armor. You can't actually make chain armor, you get that from the zombies, and sometimes from and the gold armor sometimes you can get from zombies as well, and sometimes from skeletons. Iron and diamond armor, and not forget the horses. You can get horse armor. You can't make this, but you can find it in certain types of temples or fortresses and that sort of thing. So that can be really useful to protect your horse. So before we go, we'll just take one look at some of the mobs that you've always been talking about today. So pigs. Hi pigs. Pigs will give you pork chops if you kill them. Okay. Oh, look at their little faces. I'm not going to turn you into pork chops, don't worry. Okay, sheep. Now, sheep will give you wool. They'll also, if you kill them, they will now give you lamb chops as well. You can get sheep in naturally spawning different colours. You've got whites, most common, but you can get black and grey, brown. But you can dye them as well. You can dye the sheep as well as the wool. Then we go on to cows. Cows are very useful. They will give you beef, they will give you leather, they also give you milk. If you've got a bucket, they will actually get, you can right click on them, they will give you milk as well. Then you've got chickens. Then you can get eggs from them, you can get feathers. They will also give you chicken if you kill them as well. One of the more rare ones would be mushrooms, because they will give you meat and leather if you kill them, but if you don't kill them and you get a bowl, you can make mushroom soup. And then you get wolves. Hi guys, what's the matter? Grumpy. These are wolves. These have been tamed wolves. These are dogs, so if you right click on them, they will move around. Let's see if he'll follow me. Come on. There he is, he's coming. So, they're pretty cool. Tamed wolves, i.e. dogs, will protect you if you get attacked. Then you can get ocelots. Now, ocelots you will find in jungles typically. If you tame them, you can get cats, like these two little fellas. Cats and dogs will follow you around. Dogs will defend you, cats won't defend you, but they will scare creepers away. Then you've got horses and donkeys. So let's have a better look. All sorts of different types and colours of horses. And then you've got the donkeys. You can actually breed a horse and a donkey and you'll get a mule. Donkeys and mules you can actually put saddlebags on by putting a chest on, so that's pretty cool. One of the new additions in 1.8 was bunny rabbits of all different shapes and colours. Here's a few different types of them. They're pretty nice. One of my little favourites actually are squids. Hi guys. You'll find squids in deep lakes or sea, and they just fly around, swim around, they're happy enough. If you kill one of them, you'll get ink sacs, which is useful for dyes. Okay, so let's have a look at the different types of farming things you can do. So, If you sow seeds like that, which you can get from grass by breaking grass, then you can make wheat. As it grows like this, once it gets sort of that sort of colour, you can grow it. You can farm it, and it will become wheat. Oh, excuse me. Let's just get rid of that weather. Okie doke. Right. The other things that you can plant and grow are potatoes and carrots. Once you plant an actual potato or a carrot and they come up, they will grow like this, and then when you farm it you get a few of them, so you've got enough to replant and to give you something else to eat as well. Big potatoes are really cool. If you cook the potatoes, that's good. So sugarcane, or reeds as they used to be known, they will grow 3 high. They have to be next to water, and you can make sugar from them, and they are quite pretty for decoration as well. You don't often find these except in a mushroom biome or in a roof forest, but you get mushrooms. There's 2 types, red and brown. That's what they look like when they are grown to giant size. That's what you'll find in those 2 biomes. You'll often find these in dark areas though, but they will only grow, they might be on grass or even stone in their natural state, but they will only grow on mycelium to this sort of level. Then we've got netherwort. Netherwort you will find in the nether, and usually only in a fortress. It has to grow on slow sand, and netherwort is very useful for potions. One thing that you'll see when you're wandering around a jungle is you'll see these cocoa pods here, and if you break these you'll get cocoa beans like that, and you can also grow them. If you've got cocoa beans, you can grow these pods like this and farm them on jungle wood, so that's pretty cool. And then the last 2 things that you typically grow would be melons. So you get melon seeds, and it will grow to melon blocks. But if you break a melon block, you'll get pieces of melon, and you can make seeds from that as well. Then you can do pumpkins. Again, pumpkin seeds will get you a pumpkin, and pumpkins can also be used with torches to make jack-o'-lanterns, which is another pretty cool form of decoration. Okay guys, well that's everything to talk about today. So thank you for joining me. It's been nice having a wander around all of the blocks and things that you can get in Minecraft. It's just a bit of an introduction to give you a bit of an idea. So I hope I'll see you again soon on some of my other videos. So for now, this is Blue354 saying take care. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.